After spending an entire day in Jhelum market in Srinagar on the sets of Tanaav season 2, I'm here with the team which has put together this wonderful show, which is the Indian adaptation of the Israeli web series called Fauda. Welcome to India today, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I'll first begin with you, Sudhisa. What was your experience shooting this season? Because the team members told me that season 1 was shot during the lockdown. So there's a huge difference this time, and they enjoyed themselves on the sets this time.
Well, I didn't know they didn't enjoy it last time. No. I mean, it's there are challenges in the lockdown. Of course, I mean, you shoot in a certain way, but I mean, Kashmir has been wonderful, and it's a great show. And I had a wonderful time shooting with a bunch of actors that were spectacular. We have a great DOP now, and Mr. Nair, who puts it all together. And it's actually his idea that make Fauda. So I mean, it actually begins with him. Because it's amazing how we shot everywhere. And when you see this time, you'll see Kashmir and it's integrated, and not just the cliched, the river running, mountains, snow-capped, and all that, but actually people and how they are, and neighborhoods and faces, and it's a much more grittier season, and I think more exciting. We've also learned, right, as we are evolving, doing this kind of long form cinema, with what Samir calls, we grow every time, and I'm certainly learning a lot, right, and I brought these young enthusiastic bunch of actors, and it's a great team. This was wonderful. What else can I say?
Lisa, what got you on board for this project? Season 1 was a success, and now season 2 is coming. All eyes are on the season 2. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I think from the start, when we first got the rights to Fauda, we were really, when we saw the show, we thought that this is a great show, and it has got great scope to adapt in India, to reimagine it in our context. And the one, we spoke to Sudhir, who's been with us from season 1, season 2, and hopefully all the way to season 4 and 5.
You'll have to kick me out.
We'll have to keep you. To figure out how do we bring it to India. And the context is that the original is a very Israeli-Palestine problem.
Yes.
Right? It's two things. And the one big idea that we had from season 1, which we're carrying on to season 2, and you see more of it now, is that this is not a Indo-Pak story.
Yeah.
This is a Kashmir story. Everyone is here, everyone is local. It's all internal.
Yeah.
It's not two countries.
It's not two countries.
Also, I would like to bring this.
And that Samir, his team and I, all of us have contextualized really. We work very hard on the contextualizing
of what this is. It's not just we are making Fauda. This is Tanaav.
And it was quite authentic to see when we were on the sets, shooting in the middle of the market. It was really authentic. I would like to ask you guys, how would you draw parallels between what's happening right now in Palestine and Israel, Palestine and Gaza, and the series that we are coming up with, Tanaav 2? How would you draw parallels?
No parallels at all, actually, because this is a totally different story. And in fact, even the choice of title, Fauda literally means chaos.
Yeah.
And Tanaav literally means tension.
Yeah.
Right? They are not the same thing.
No.
I don't think there are any parallels. I don't think what is going on in this story has got anything or similarity or subtext to what's going on there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not about two religions either. I mean, you see Kabir Farooqi, right? So, I mean, the main, Duron is the adaptation, the character that changes the name is Kabir, and very deliberate, a lot of it. So, it's not Hindu-Muslim. This is a story about Kashmir. And what was the good thing about season 1 is that we didn't receive any flack from Kashmir. I think the place where Fauda, Tanaav is most popular, the Indian adaptation, is in Kashmir. It's spectacular. Which is what I really love. We walk across in streets, and people, everybody. I mean, I was very surprised how many people know me. And how come they know me? So then I realized they all know me from Tanaav, not from the other thing. Because they've all seen Tanaav and they bothered to, read up and things like that. So they really, it's worked for Kashmir, which we're very glad.
Picking up these actors for season 2 and season 1, of course. So what was the thought process?
We've done so many films in Kashmir.
Yeah.
But we always shot like small portion, like a 10-day schedule. You know, actor goes to Kashmir, and this was a full show set in Kashmir. And actually, I follow Sudhir Bhai's brief very clearly because I've not seen the original because I genuinely thought that I don't want to watch the original one because it's very important for me to understand his vision.
Yeah.
For me, that's very important. And Kashmir is full of talented actors. You get great faces, great actor. And you know, I always believe that Kashmir ko actor ko explore kabhi karna baki hai. I think through this Tanaav, we explore so many new talented actors from Kashmir. I think they should all go back to Bombay with us, I believe.
Mukesh, I've heard so many stories about you. Just recently, I had a chat with Sanjana Sanghi. I met her in Delhi and she was telling me about how you picked her up from school.
Modern school.
Yeah,
she was in
school.
9th class, I remember,
So,
for Rockstar.
What goes into, you know, picking up actors from places we can't even think of? What does it take?
Places that we can think of.
We cannot.
And we just think of.
Yeah, we
and
cannot.
think of and who exist. We just have to go to those places.
See, actually, always है ना कि हमको लगता है कि talent मुझे बॉम्बे में ही होता है.
Yeah.
Talent is everywhere. You just have to go and find them.
Yeah.
And I think 24 घंटे I'm only thinking about actors. Even looking, when I entered here, I started looking at faces, के Kashmiri faces है ना, say the guy who gave me Kawa is very interesting. Where can I use him in future? So I always think about actors. So and theatre groups everywhere and drama school everywhere. You can find talent everywhere.
Yeah.
Not only in Kashmir. You go to wherever in India, you find talent everywhere. So that's how I found Sanjana also with so many talent actors here and I've done, you know, Zaira Wasim also found from Kashmir. You know, a lot of kids found. In Hyder, so many people I found in Kashmir.
Yes.
And Fitu, I think there's so many talent.
So many films that
you have to keep your eye open.
What's the one thing that you'll always that'll always stay with you after shooting Tanaav too?
The warmth of the people, the welcoming nature. I mean, how you cause them, because you intrude in their homes, in their neighborhoods, but the way they allowed us to inside their homes, inside their colonies, inside their places. You know, I mean, it's terrific, and you know, and really, I hope this also, in fact, brings Kashmir to a lot of people, because there are many cliched. I mean, people see them as Kashmir as a tourist place. It's a place of real people with real aspirations, real dreams, real warmth. So I think what Tanaav does is the adaptation does is gives you another picture of Kashmir, and inside the tension and the thriller is our people suffering, living, loving, you know, and I hope we can, you know, introduce Kashmir in another way.
Every actor was praising about the people there, the warmth, the love that they got on the sets.
Yeah. I mean, you're standing and intruding into people's homes at 2 at night, and they're asking you, come home for dinner, can I bring you something? And some guy comes and gives you a piece of cloth, so why don't you wear this? It's wonderful. This is like one of the most unique. I mean, for me, I thought the people of Bhopal were the nicest, and now I think Kashmir.
You have one person from MP.
No, I am half from MP.
Oh,
you know, the sound record is Rudra is from MP. There's no MP there, you know. So no. I mean, it's I think brilliant, amazing people, amazing, and you know, and you put this kind of Kashmiri face against that backdrop, it's magic, you know. They belong together.
Yeah, it's truly authentic.
Spectacular.
What has been your experience, sir? What is that one biggest takeaway you'll take that'll stay with you forever after this ends?
Well, actually, what happens with me is that I don't get to hang out with these people so much. So they have all the fun shooting here and doing all of that. When you look at Fauda, also given their natural terrain, it tends to be a drier, browner, almost sparse kind of setup. And Kashmir, you know, is naturally beautiful.
Yes.
And Kashmir is naturally, you know, paradise on earth.
Yes.
So it almost becomes a challenge for Sudhir and E and the DOP and everyone to work in this manner, in this sort of paradise, to create that tension.
Yeah.
So in the second season, we focused even more on that, of trying to stay away from the beauty.
Wow.
I mean, it's quite difficult when you come to a place like Kashmir to not take the beauty shot.
Yeah, because
And actually-
when this afternoon only when we came, I was expecting a scene maybe in Pahalgam or somewhere in the mountains, and we were suddenly told that we have to go to a market and it'll be shot in the middle of the market, and we were like taken away by looking at even Rocky, climbing down of that building and
Poor guy is always on top of There's a sniper on top of him.
yeah.
You should have been there when we shot in the Ashmakam market. We did a whole sequence and almost like an action dramatic scene in the middle of a market, and that's what we've tried to do, to bring you another side of Kashmir, shoot it in a grittier, more real way, because people live like that, no? After a while, like if you live in Bombay, you hardly notice the sea, right?
Yeah.
Many times you don't look at the
Yeah.
sea, So you live in, So people in Kashmir can mountain, spectacular. That's one thing in Kashmir. You go there and suddenly the grandeur takes your breath away. Suddenly you come across a road and you come into a valley and suddenly there's this big mountain in front of you. It takes your breath away, but it's very difficult not to take that shot.
Yeah.
Not to,
And
not
also
to-
for the local, that's an everyday sight.
thing. No?
It's like we are not dazzled in Bombay when you see the ceiling,
Yeah.
though somebody else might be.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what a
Me being from Delhi, I do I get mesmerized seeing all of that. But but thanks to you, we got such a wonderful experience on the set today. It was lovely having all of them, and we all enjoyed it. And thank you so much, and all the best for your series. I hope it does
you
wonders,
so
just as season 1. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so